नहीं कह रहा है ओवर के बाद। Hello and a very warm welcome to the Paramveer Sports Complex here in Riddle. We're into the knockout stages of this 7th Cricket Americas Championship. And the big news is, because of the threat of the rain, we're going to be playing 10 overs aside games from here on in, just to get as many games in as we can before the rain starts, as we watch No Phil strikes a good ball down towards the onside field just for a single. And the Florida Showtime, they've already managed 116 already. We're into the final over of their innings against United CC. So that's a news of immediate interest. So the action's going to be faster and quicker as we watch this one in the air. The ball is coming around. He will not take this catch. How was that for a mistake? And he's just took it so casually, I'd have to say this. I mean, he got himself into a good position, but then he just couldn't catch it. And the batsman thinks he couldn't hit that ball because it was the bat's fault. So he's going to have to change the bat out of to the left of your picture now. New bats have been brought out to sort out his problem. Now Phil is batting on 27 of 19. Up until that point, I think his bat was doing all right. All of a sudden, he needs a change. 117 for 2 with only, 3 deliveries to go. Seems a good total. And like I just said, knockout stages, because the top 12 ranked teams out of the 20 have qualified for this stage. The top 4 have secured an automatic slot for the quarterfinals. And the remaining 8 will be playing for the remaining 4 slots of the quarterfinals. And this is the pre-quarterfinal round that is happening right here, right now. Like I said, 10 overs per innings, and 118 represents a good total. It'll be a competitive game because we've seen United CC. They are a good unit. As we watch another one hit into the straight field. Oh, what a fielder up long off. He was trying, he was interested for a moment, but it had too much on it. And that is the finish that the Florida Showtime would have been hoping for. 10 runs off the over already. 1 delivery to go. 124. We're in for a cracking game of cricket, it seems. And remember, there's no way back from the teams. If you lose, you go home. Another full toss, not struck cleanly. This time the bowler has another chance, and he spilled it again. Sohail has done it twice in this over. He just wants to get out of the park as soon as he can, because that is very, very sloppy. But the innings end at 125, and the target will be 126. With the threat of rain, we are playing T10 today for the remaining rounds of this 7th Cricket Americas Championship. Off to a rollicking start here, though. 125 means a good total, and it should be a very, very exciting run chase for United CC when they do come out in just about 10 minutes. Incredible tournament this has been, and the action continues on a glorious Sunday. At the moment, the sun is out. There's plenty of cloud around, but like I said, at the moment they're pretty high, and a nice bit of breeze as well. Just about perfect conditions. 125 for 2, Florida's Showtime. In United CC to book a slot in the quarterfinals will have to make 126, and that will begin in just about 10 minutes. That's where we will come back. Until then, we'll take a break. Welcome back to the Paramveer Cricket Complex. We're just about ready for the run chase, and I have a feeling it's going to be an exciting game as well. 126 is the target in 10 overs for United CC. Rahim will take up the attack. Sohail and Adnan are in the middle as the two openers. Sohail was going for that wide delivery, but it was too wide. And the innings is off and running. There you go. That's the kind of start that United were looking for. The line wasn't good, but Sohail took full toll because they really have to put the bad balls away, and that's exactly what Sohail has done. Look at that. Short and wide. A bit too far for Sohail to reach. He did well to nick it, but that's all he could do. And his innings has come to a brief close because that delivery has been nicked back behind, and Rahim celebrating. United probably needed a little bit more from Sohail, but now he's on his way back. 7 for 1. Seven for 1. An early wicket is never ideal when you're chasing, but remember it's just 10 overs, so loss of wickets not as significant as you would have in any other format, as long as batters keep coming in and don't waste any deliveries and keep up the strike rate. Nicely played. Not a bad delivery, but he just created his own room and opened up the offside. Shazan has off the mark now, and Adnan, who opened, actually now will get a chance to face his first delivery. This has been a very successful event so far. And now that we are in the knockout stages, we expect to see some close finishes. Said earlier, because the games are reduced to 10 overs, probably you'll see more fireworks. Adnan went for it from the very first ball, didn't make any contact, And that will bring us to the close of the first over. Chasing 126, United are 8 for 1. Apologies there, there's still one delivery to go. The way fielders are Rahim, who got a wicket. I would have to say he's lucky he got away with a couple of looseners. This one has wrapped him on the pads and the finger has gone up. Slow delivery. And Rahim once again celebrating, gets his second wicket. That extra delivery that he had to bowl, he made sure that he made it count. And Adnan is now being dismissed without troubling the scorer. Not the ideal start for United. They're 8 for 2. Harris is the new bowler and he's been dealt with an immediate attack there from Shazan. Launched him over the long on fielder for 6. Like I said, 10 overs, so you're going to see more and more fireworks here. Nothing will hold them back. 2 wickets fell in the first over, but Shazan deposited his second delivery over the fence. That angle, very difficult for him to get the leg before. The left arm over the wicket angle. Nicely played and well fielded. Excellent effort in the field. Fielder is diving to his left to stop the boundary. Inside the power play, remember, so no protection in the deep. The playing conditions are slightly different as well with 10 overs, so the power play will be only for 3 overs. And a bowler is allowed to bowl a maximum of 2 overs. Tip and a run. Just the 1-6 in this over so far in the first 4 deliveries. The required run rate that was at 12.6 at the beginning of the innings is now 13.2. Slog sweep into the gap. Long on coming around. A slight fumble will allow the second run. Good hustle between the wickets by Shazan and Azim. That's the right thing to do. If you can't get the big boundary, just run hard between the wickets. Make sure in this the shortest format of the game, you make every ball count. That is the key here. Up and over. Will it clear the infield? Yes, it has. Not enough to go to the boundary though. Still a couple of runs. Once again, making use of every delivery. That's the key. 2 done, 20 for 2. It's partly cloudy here at Riddle at the Paramveer Cricket Complex. There's a threat of rain later. At the moment, it seems all right. We can have a little bit of sunshine as well at the moment. Excellent bowling, Rahim. He's a tall lad. Gets good bounce off the pitch as well. That means it'll be very difficult for the batters to get underneath and hit him for big sixes, especially from the length that he just bowled. Slightly fuller, it may give a batter a little bit more chance. Last over before the power play. Slow deliveries, gone straight up in the air and dropped. Wow. I have to say it doesn't come in any easier than that. He gave him plenty of time to get underneath it. He wasn't good enough position, you have to say that. It's just he couldn't hold on to it. Yesterday in one of the games, the third game of the day, we saw probably the best fielding effort. That was the Tornadoes taking on the Panthers. This one's gone over. One bounce. No, it's actually carried all the way, or is it? No. I thought it was one bounce initially. There's a little hill to the left of our commentary box, and the rope is slightly obscured from my view from here. And my initial reaction proved correct, but because the way it landed, I thought it was gone all the way. But anyway, 4 runs, and that's a much needed boundary. They need a boundary pretty much in every over, the United Cricket Club. That will keep them in the hunt. Though that run rate is gradually increasing. It's now 13.77, the required run rate. Slight change in field after this shot as well. Another fielder has been sent deep on the offside. 2 deliveries left in the power play, so there is no fielder on the onside in the deep. Rahim will have to be very precise with his line. He wouldn't allow Shazan to get anything onto his pads because there is absolutely no protection on that side. Straight down the ground, a bullet stroke, but this time the fielder at mid-off was able to take it. He dropped an absolute sitter just a while ago. This was a lot tougher than that, and he was able to hold on to it. Magnificent catch there. Very, very prompt redemption for the man at mid-off. Probably he's hurt himself in the process, but he's done the important job for his team. He sent Shazan, the danger man, back to the pavilion with a stunning grab at mid-off. United now 25 for 3. 26 for 3 after 3. The equation is very simple. 100 needed in 7 overs. Easier said than done though. Did get something along the way. Legs down the leg side. The batsman is asking for a wide, but I think it brushed the pad on its way. Mohammed is on strike. Azim has been there for a while, but he hasn't faced many deliveries. Nice stroke. Is it in the gap? Wouldn't have mattered because it's way over. More of such batting is needed when you require 107. The equation must have been at the beginning of the innings was to find a boundary every over. Probably from now on they need to find 2 per over to catch up with the run rate, and that's the first one coming very early in the over. That will put the bowler under pressure. Shorter formats, they have changed how the equations are measured these days, especially T10. You got to be wary of the counter boundaries. That will determine how you finish the game and how far you can get on a run chase like this. Like I said at the beginning, when 12.6 was needed, probably they needed 1 maximum per over, but the equation changes as you go along. And now I think they need 2 per over. They've got 1 already and still have a chance to make that equation because they've got 2 more deliveries left. Although 2 dots after a 6 is also not the doctor ordered for them. Once again scuffed it, couldn't really time it, so that equation of 2 boundaries and over has eluded them so far with only 1 opportunity to come. Pretty wide, but the batsman was backing away, so the umpire hasn't called it a wide, and that is the end of the over. A good one there from Haris. 4 gone, 33 for 3. Looking for 2. Good running from the non-striker. He really hustled and made sure that he got back to the danger end. That was Mohammed, who was running very hard. That's more like it. If you can't hit the big boundaries on every delivery, gotta run hard. There you go. That's the boundary, and that's a maximum as well. Azim, like I said, he's been there for a while, hasn't faced many deliveries, but he gets in on the act now. They don't have to stop now. They don't have time on their side. with only 3 wickets down, coming up to the halfway stage. They're way behind in the equation. They need a big over, something worth 20-22 runs to put them back on target. Like previous over, they're able to get away the first boundary early in the over. Just have to continue. Look for another one. Flat batted it into the gap. The sweeper came around quickly. That's good outfielding. That's very good outfielding. It was a solid blow. Florida Showtime will be happy just conceding singles and twos at this stage. Once again went deep in his crease looking for that boundary. Couldn't get the elevation and couldn't come back for the second, thanks to a brilliant return from the deep. Very flat and very hard. That is better in the outfield there from the Showtime. An easy drop was promptly redeemed by a very good one. And then the ground fielding is really living up to its standards. That is good cricket to watch. Batters are giving it a go and the fielders are equal to the task. Another flat batted blows, this time straight to the fielder. He's unlucky. Couple of these strokes either side of the fielder would have been a boundary because solid connections. But in the end, that 1-6 probably won't be enough off the over now at the halfway stage, 45 for 3. Nicely played. This is screaming away to the point boundary for a 4. Went deep in his crease. Not enough pace on the ball. It's set up very nicely, but still has to be hit. And the fielder was there in the deep, but he had to find the gap. That is more like it. That's even better start to the over. I mean, they had 2 sixes in last 2 overs, but they couldn't match the required run rate by hitting 2 each. This time it's a good enough start. This is going over, not quite. Not quite. Once again hitting good shots, but straight to the fielder in the deep. And the catching has all of a sudden become very, very secure there for the Florida Showtime. Azim tried his best. He's gone for 14 and United 49 for 4. Samir is the new batter. Big swing and a miss. That's another thing that we've talked a lot about in this tournament, is that in this recreational cricket, when you go down beyond 6 or 7 in the batting order, players with a lesser ability come and the equation gets tougher and tougher for them. That's why you have to feel that the top order didn't do enough there for United CC, leaving a lot for their lower order. As wide has been signaled, that will bring up the 50 for United. Still a long, long way to go. And time seems to be running out for them. Action replay every time. Samir, 3 deliveries. He's tried to apply the same method. Hasn't been able to put bat to ball. This time he does, but will he find the fielder? He did. Who drops it? Fielder in the deep. He's in good position, got 2 hands, but dropped it. Couple of runs to Samir. But the equation is getting tougher and tougher for United. 6 gone, 52 for 4. Couple of runs. I don't think United will mind that. This is a great game of cricket was played earlier in Zimbabwe. And a very proud moment for USA cricket as well. As we watch this one in the air, probably won't carry to the fielder. Game played in Zimbabwe. USA were playing the World Cup qualifiers for the first time in their history. They've gone that far in pursuit of qualification for the mega event. And they lost a very, very tough match against West Indies. But they made themselves proud, really. And all of us proud the way they performed as we watch a boundary being scored by Mohammed. So in Harare, West Indies made 297 runs. And USA got really close. They made 258 for 7 in their 50 overs. Incredible run chase. And some wonderful performances for USA. First with the ball, Saurabh Natrawalkar got 3 wickets. As we watch another couple of runs here, Carl Phillips also got 3 wickets, and so did Stephen Taylor. That was an incredible effort by these 3 in the field with the ball. And when they batted, Gajanan Singh scored an unbeaten 100. Another chance as we watch another drop here. The little left-hander, originally from Guyana, Gajanan Singh, got 101. Shayan Jahangir also contributed very nicely with a 39. And Noshkin Jige, 34 not out. USA, you should be very proud of yourselves. You put on a great fight against one of the cricketing greats. Right here, the required run rate has gone up to 21.33 in the last 3 overs as 7 are gone. United 62 for 4.
कितने जी टारगेट क्या स्कोर क्या चल रहा है
They need 6s. That's as simple as that. 17 deliveries left, 63 required. They need at least 8 6s of the remaining 17 deliveries. There you go. Is this the first of those 8 that I can think they can get him close enough? No, it's just the boundary. He's trying his best. Harris 21, 25 now or 15. He's putting up the lone fight here. Generally, we say we need an over of 20 or 22 to bring the run chase back on target. They need 22 in every over from now, and that may help. Or will it? No, not quite. It's plugged in the air. Just a little bit of more power could have got it over. But you have to say it was a great catch. Once again, high ball. Judged it perfectly. And Harris's effort has come to an end. He tried his best. Gone for 25. And United out of the races, in my opinion. 67 for 5. In the air, fielder is interested, but that's gone over. There you go. Anish, where were you? Your team needed you before that. Is it too little too late? It may seem, but entertainment nevertheless. 53 needed of 14 deliveries. My equation's still valid if they're able to hit 7 more sixes. A slow delivery outside the off stump. A good change of pace and a good line as well. Because at this stage you'd be expecting that all the batters will be just aiming for that cow corner. So hide the ball away from that zone and you are in business as a bowler. This one is again going into that same cow corner. Massive hit. Well, there is some fight still left in United CC. That's the second 6 of 3 deliveries by Anish. Eight gone, 79 for 5. Florida Showtime will be happy with singles at this stage. But now Anish is back on strike. He hit 2 sixes. This one is a big one again. Will it carry to the fielder? Yes, it did, but he dropped it. Yeah, he had to cover a lot of ground. He had to come right off the rope almost 25-30 yards. You feel like he's misjudged it. He just ran past the ball. It's very difficult when you're coming at full tilt. You need to know when to stop to get yourself steady before you can get in position to catch the ball. And he's just content with a single. That's good bowling from Ghulam. Any ball that doesn't go for a six, that makes the equation tougher and tougher for United. That's gone. That's out of here. Samir has come out with one simple method. He stays back in his crease and just looks to launch at it towards that mid-wicket square leg area, and he's been able to do it a couple of times now. 36 more needed of 8 deliveries. Couple more sixes of these 2 deliveries will really make it interesting going into the last over. Same method there from Samir. But the bowler concedes a wide. Once again gets under it. Will it clear the fielder? Just on the rope. Just a matter of inches. Is he signaling an out, the fielder, or is he helping out umpire with a boundary? I think it was just a celebration. A Shaheen Shah-like celebration there. For a moment it caused a confusion for the batter that is he signaling a 6 or not, but I think it was well judged. Once again, wonderful catch. And the feature has been the catching here. We've seen some good deep catches, and those margins are so small that could easily be in 6s. Justin is alongside me, and he's very impressed with the catching today.
Yeah, the catching is amazing. Like, the outfielders are catching everything that's going deep. It's very impressive. You know, I'm kind of new to cricket, but I'm loving what I'm seeing, loving the sport. These boys out here grinding, and I'm excited to see how this inning goes.
Yeah, I need to tell my viewers that Justin is covering cricket, watching cricket for the first time. And he's such a keen observer. He's a very good all-round sportsman anyway, so obviously the contest and the rivalry, the battle, he does understand all the psyche of sports. It's just that he's coming to terms with the skills of cricket, and he's absolutely loving it. And I'm loving his company, because otherwise I'm very lonely here calling all these games. 3 games a day is not easy. So thank you, Justin. 9 overs done, 92 for 6. We were talking off air, me and Justin, that since these are the top 12 teams left in the competition now, and in the next round we'll have the top 8 teams, the competition is going to get intense, quality is going to get better, and probably we'll have closer contests as well. The real drama and thrill in this short format. We haven't seen many close games, but this is what it's about to change right now, because the quarterfinal lineup is getting ready as we watch another big heave there. Not the 6 hitting start to the over that United were looking for. Now they need 32. So 32 of 5 now. They need a free hit to bring them back into the equation, which is not going to be happening. So Florida Showtime have done enough to secure themselves a place in the quarterfinal here at the Cricket Americas Championship, the 7th edition. And it's just a matter of time, just 4 deliveries to go. And Florida Showtime is the team that we'll be watching in the next round as well. A boundary is coming off the bat of Anish, who tried his best, came very late in the order in my opinion, because he seems pretty capable. 19 of 7 is a very good innings, but by the time he arrived, the required run rate had jumped to up above 20, and the situation was almost hopeless one for the United CC. But he gave a good account himself, and he's still trying. Another massive blow. This one will also go over the fence, and that brings up the 100 as well for United. Anish has really fought hard for his team. I know it's going to be in losing cause, but you have to give him credit for the character that he's shown. And you'd have to ask the United CC why he didn't go to bat earlier on. If he'd went in after 4 or 5 overs and played such a knock, they would really have had a better contest. Anish is not interested in the second run, and you won't blame him. $105 for 1 with just 1 delivery to go. Well, the run chase ends in a failure there for United. They end up on 106. Florida Showtime winning by 19 runs, but there was plenty of entertainment. You have to give credit to United for keeping us entertained right till the end. Their effort with the bat wasn't enough in the end, but a very entertaining pre-quarterfinal tie. And congratulations to Florida Showtime for booking a place in the quarterfinals. They were too strong with the bat, and then when it mattered the most, their fielding was very, very good. Their high catching on the boundary line under pressure was exceptional, and they're the deserved winners here. Games will come thick and fast. We're playing T10 today because of the weather interruptions that are expected later on and today. So quarterfinals shall be coming up very shortly. Stay tuned for more exciting cricket here from the Paramveer Sports Complex. We look forward to your company when the quarterfinals begin in just about 15 minutes.